Hi, welcome to One Word Today. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our journey and learning one more Chinese expression a day. Yesterday, we talked about 人不可貌相, talking about you cannot judge a person just by his or her look. And today we have the exact U-turn meaning of that, talking about 以貌取人, exactly judge a person by the look. So obviously we have two characters from yesterday because we're talking about a person's look. 人不可貌相. So today we resequence it. We said 以貌取人, using or based on the look you're going to take that person. What does it mean, take? Okay. If yesterday we're talking about 相, talk about assessing a person as if you're eyeballing the tree as a hunter-gatherer society's member. The gatherer, right? You need to assess the tree. Today we have 取人. So here it's not exactly assessing anymore. It's having actions taken. So 以貌取人. It's almost like how you're going to treat another person. This is not just assessing, this is interacting with that person. You're going to take that person based on their look. Okay, I guess in all societies, such judging happen every day, everywhere, right? Okay. 以 came from this, I read it as a spoon symbol. And spoon is the ancient tool making for you to drink soup. I'm not sure when the cup, oh, well, okay. Ancient times are probably 3,000 years ago. The metal making technology already can make metal cups you can drink wine, water from. But a spoon is scoop out a pretty good amount of soup from a bigger container so that you can distribute the soup to different family members or tribe members. And that big scoop thing, presumably also metal piece, right? Because it need to endure the heat. And this kind of a visual representation of that. So this, I don't understand why the handle is like twisted this way. But here is the scoop place where the liquid can go in here, and it has a tiny little bit of opening over there. I guess that's kind of a security there to make sure it doesn't spill easily. Maybe. I mean, I haven't come across the ancient spoon yet to fully understand why it's visually represented this way. But to me, in other characters we came across before, this looks like a spoon. So spoon was a useful tool, just like Chinese use or utility. That character came from bucket. So ancient bucket used as water carrying container, I guess for farming, right? Before the irrigation, automatic tubed irrigation, we have to men carry bucket to water the plant. That's the beginning of agricultural society without much equipment. So that's useful first invented tool for humans to irrigate plants. And that becomes the symbol for use. In similar vein, this spoon used as soup scoop, right, became the symbol of using something. It's useful. So it's similar to that bucket, water bucket, but here is a soup spoon. Okay, that's using. Now, using look, meaning based on look in English, right? It's based on or per that look. So again, look, we have animal body plus animal head. Animal body is distinguished by four-legged, side view, four-legged animal, versus human body is two-legged animal. And then the head of the animal abstracted as that, you can kind of see, well, if this is the fourth leg, probably this is not a jaw, but this could be the sharp teeth or something like that, right? And then with a big head with something in the middle. Some algorithm running on animals' mind as well, right? Because definitely they could be a predator. And in this case, it looks almost like a predator, right? And human body paired with human head come from the more concrete, humanly relatable symbols. This is in the nose bridge. This is the two nostrils stacked up to save space. And then the big circle, the peripheral of the face, draw out to mean this is the whole thing. I mean, even if I only draw this much up and close, but this is the whole thing we're talking about. Okay, so this human head sitting on two-legged human body, animal head sitting on four-legged animal body. Together, I mean, they're kind of a symmetrical, right? In the sense of, I mean, analogous to each other or reflecting each other, right? Big head over their body. And that's the physical representation of something, either animal or human. And that's the ma. Like that's the first information you get from an encounter of something or somebody or some animal you haven't encountered with before. Yeah, it's a stranger. And how are you going to judge them? That's the first information you get, visual information you get. And then 取, we have three-finger hand symbol. And this is abstraction of the ear. So something, nerve system behind the ear. And this is the cavity of the ear. And this is kind of connected to the rest of the body, I guess. So this is Chinese abstraction of the ear, the whole thing here. Okay, hand next to ear. Came from the ancient battlefield, the practice of cut off the ear of the enemy or whoever you killed as a head count. So instead of counting head, cutting off the whole head, this is, a heavier, harder to carry with you in a battlefield, the easiest way to cut off the ear. And then you have a pocket of ears that you can claim rewards with afterwards. And so this ear cutting practice, pretty bloody, but then synced, formulated into the language to essentially, I mean, over time, the bloody battlefield scene became a distant past, right? And a contemporary, we're just left with take. That means taking the ear from your enemy, taking something from somebody else that doesn't belong to yours. That's take. Okay, so here is take, how you take. And I think in English too, like a take means how you take it, means how you understand it. But as I earlier said, it's not just understanding, not just assessing a person. It's how you're going to interact with that person as well. Because you're going to take actions based on your assessment of that person. And 人, a simple two-legged human being. And you can see this is the human figure with the head sitting on top at the position of the head. This is the full spelled human figure and looks almost like an English R, right? So per look, take person. That means you judge a person or interact with a person, how you're going to take that person, right? How are you going to relate to that person even based on the look? So that's exactly the opposite of what we talked about yesterday. Judge a book by its cover. Here I'm choosing a cactus, spiky edge, blown up view of that, because I just want to show a particular detail or attribute from this visual representation, because cactus is much, much more than this. But we chose in this photo frame to look at their spikes up and close. And that gives you a sense of what cactus is about. It's spiky, it's dangerous, you want to stay away from it. But other attributes of the cactus, maybe they're nutritious. You can benefit from it. Or it could also have aesthetic value. You can decorate your yard with it. I mean, in California, that's a common home front yard or backyard decoration, right? Cactus. So if we only look at one aspect, the look, we may come to different conclusions about how to interact with this plant in this case, but also how to interact with the person. How are you going to take that person? So 以貌取人 is exactly like judging them only by the look. Okay. Cash into currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another